Yeah,
an
well,
idea.
off camera,
Yeah, of
the things that or the ways that certain sovereignty groups are going about it, I think more divides
Yeah.
than
Are you willing to say that on camera?
what did I just say?
That certain sovereignty groups have a certain awareness.
Uh-huh.
And it's all about the ohana,
Right.
everyone being part of the world, the global family. That's what I think you're saying, rather than separating oneself, or creating separation somehow to gain power. Empowerment happens through unity, unity of oneself and unity with one's family, unity with one's community. No way! They don't want I don't know. You can steal my words if you like. It's up to you. But okay, so we're gonna. I wanted to touch on the ohana thing, the ohana and sovereignty. Okay, so at this point, I guess I would like to just further discuss, have more comments and opinions from you regarding the awareness of ohana and how that works out in Hawaii, and and how His Holiness brings it up in his teachings in terms of the responsibility that Hawaii might possibly play, the role Hawaii plays in that.
Yes, I kind of like to, when in these words, break them down to its roots and to kind of get the feeling for myself on what was the original meaning of these words. And when I ever see this word ha in the Hawaiian language, I can't see people using it and then excluding certain people or cultures from it. Or dividing people in any way, because the breath is within all of us, and I think that's what His Holiness and all the teachers of any religion, any great religion, has to say. I mean, we express ourselves differently. We have different languages. We have different ways of doing things. But when it gets down to the, you might say, nitty-gritty, we're all basically one person, one planet, one universe. And I think unless we start looking at it at least from the global perspective, that looking at planet Earth from the outside in universe and just seeing this small speck there, and then trying to figure out why we are trying to divide this speck into mine and yours, or right or wrong, when it's coming to the point where I think we need to really take into consideration the global village concept, I guess, that was put together in the 60s, and because it's very real. If we don't start looking at the problems of this earth in perspective from, say, outside of the planet, looking onto the planet, I think we're going to have a lot of problems. We're going to create greater problems rather than resolve problems. We need to really realize that what our problems, how our problems are going to be solved, will only have to come from the same type of mind, and that mind starts with ourselves. And as our teachings go in the Tibetan and other religions go, we have to start at home, start with ourselves, and I think this is where we all need to work on ourselves first.
Right. Is there anything does that also encompass the ohana statement?
Yes, because
But you got to say the word ohana, because my stuff won't do that.
okay, the ohana concept is basically a global concept. It's not, I don't think, a Hawaiian concept. It's just a way of defining something much greater that includes everything and everybody. But sometimes we say ohana and we exclude, which is very confusing to me. I personally am locally born. but I don't have any Hawaiian blood. My ethnic background is Japanese, but I'm not really Japanese if I go to Japan and try to live there. I'm not really Hawaiian blood. I'm not Tibetan. I'm kind of nothing, I guess, in a sense, yet I feel close to everything. And I think the reason partly is because I try not to see situations in terms of divisions in any way or create situations that divide further. I try to find the common link between people and situations, what we have in common rather than what we have different from each other. And it is this common denominator that I try to incorporate in my daily life, in my daily situations, rather than what's different.
Now, is it possible for you to this time refer that what I need for you to definitely say that you're local and Tibetan Buddhist, and then say something about what that means.
My name is, I am a Tibetan Buddhist.
Are you rolling on that?
Are you not rolling, huh? Are you rolling?
Yeah.
Cut. Well, how is it? Oh. Okay.
Wait
Yeah.
just a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I was born here, I'm a local, and in the mid 60s, I guess I started a very serious spiritual quest because something was missing in my life, you might say. And I touched on a lot of different disciplines and a lot of good disciplines. But something was always missing, and so I kept moving on from one organization to another organization until in 1974 I heard about a school that was starting in Boulder, Colorado, called the Naropa Institute by a Rinpoche by the name of Chongyon Trungpa Rinpoche. And I knew somehow that I had to get there, but the interesting part was I had no money. And as karma would allow it, I was walking into a new product show, and somebody at one of the booths said, enter this contest. I entered it, and I won an all expense paid trip for 2 to Las Vegas. And that was my ticket to the Naropa Institute. And so it was a very interesting experience, and they were expecting about 300, and I think 3,000 people showed up for that summer session. But it really, listening to Rinpoche and reading his books, I was very much influenced by how he approached the mind, and although it was a short summer session, I later went into about a 2.5-month retreat with another group. And when I came out of that retreat, I was very much convinced that the Tibetan Buddhist path was my path, personal path. And after returning to Hawaii, I attended a retreat on the Big Island given by Kalu Rinpoche. And at that retreat, he pulled 3 people into his room, you might say, and told us to start a meditation center in Honolulu. And I guess the rest is history. And I have never looked back or regretted or felt that I had to continue my search, you might say, for a discipline. I think I found my discipline, my personal disciplinary path, and I have absolutely no regrets.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was wonderful. You did a great job. You're hired, Tom.
Should I look at you?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Sailam Samang. I'm a LamaRinchen's niece. I was raised and grew up in Tibet. and I left Tibet in about 9 years ago. Since I have been in Hawaii, I learned a lot of things, different culture. Especially, I really appreciate what I learned is Tibetan Buddhism. I couldn't learn anything about Tibetan Buddhism until I got in India. Then came here. I received a lot of teaching, and also my uncles, taught me a lot. And when I was in Tibet, I didn't even hear anything about Tibetan Buddhism. And but in Hawaii, I really impressed by the people, Western people, and a lot of local people studying Tibetan Buddhism. I really appreciate that, and I was really impressed. And what else you need to know?
What else what is it that you see, you yourself, your own opinion about how you see the similarities of Hawaiians and Tibetans, what they share culturally or spiritually?
Oh, okay. On my opinion about Tibetan and Hawaiian, I see there are a lot of similarities, and especially the people's characters. Hawaiians are very outgoing and very giving. Tibetan are, just the same as them, very giving and very outgoing, and also like they are when they're the way they respect the religion, they strongly and have strong faith to religion. Hawaiian, I see a lot of Hawaiian really have strong faith to their religion, and Tibetans too, really kind of, even the child, very little, still have a very strong faith, even they don't know anything. But to be honest with you, I don't really know too much about Hawaiian, in the school.
In the Tibetan thing, how about like Tibetans, they really appreciate nature?
Oh yeah, they do. They do really appreciate nature a lot. Yeah, really. Especially we live in, with the nature, and especially the herdsmen depend on nature. Yeah, special religion too. Yeah.
In terms of His Holiness's visit here, did you notice anything for your own self? Did you have any recognitions? You know what I'm saying? Like when he came here, were there any effects that you had? Either did you notice was for yourself or with other people around?
When I speak for myself, I really impressed his talk at the Waikiki Shah. I felt like he was talking to everybody, every individual. There's nothing about political, there's nothing about religion. It was so simple, but so touching, and he's talking to everybody about loving, compassion. That's how we make world peace. Without loving and compassion and kindness, there's no way we can make world peace. I really respect him, as a world, peacemaker. It's really impressed, yeah. Mm-hmm.
In terms of like your own self, how were you touched? And like, was there something that happened for you with him coming? Did you see, in other words, when he came here, was there, did you sense that maybe there was something very spiritual about that trip that you made and him choosing to come to Hawaii?
Are you talking about myself, or you mean as generally public?
Yeah, in terms of His Holiness's visit.
Well, for myself, I have been meeting. I met him a couple times in the past, and he's really kind of down to earth person. And right before, actually people start preparing for his coming, for his visit. That was very. I was really kind of overwhelmed by the people. A lot of volunteer workers and a lot of people have been so supportive. As a Tibetan, I really appreciate that. I was really overwhelmed. Yeah.
As far as like, is there something, if as a Tibetan, if you were referring to the outside world at this time, is there anything that you would want to say regarding the support for Tibetan people?
Actually, myself, I'm kind of a more religious person than on any like a country separate. I prefer, I feel really think just living on harmony. Everybody like brother and sister, and the whole universe just one family. Yeah, I really feel if everybody can, be kind to others, loving, compassion, the world would be beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
So those are the things I need.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Mhm.
Is there anything that you might feel like you might want her to say or hear about? Oh, in terms of, do you have any awarenesses about growing spiritual awareness around the people around you? In everyday life, do you notice if people are becoming more aware about spirituality in life?
People around me, it's kind of two, it's just not going in one direction. I feel like people are going in every directions. I was working as a counselor. I meet a lot of people that are going wrong direction, using substances, like abusive substances. And around, when I around the Dharma Center, I do see a lot of people getting more and more people involved with Buddhism, and a lot of people getting more and more interested about religion. But I cannot speak for general, a lot of people, because I don't really meet too many people. Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like people are going in different directions. Yeah. Mhm. But after this, His Holiness's visit, I do feel like there are a lot of influences. People, a lot of getting really getting influences. Even people are not religion, non-religion people, they really got a lot of good feedback from the His Holiness's visit. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Is there anything that you would like to say in terms of, as a Tibetan, to either other Hawaiians about their awareness about unity and working together? And
My own personal opinion is not just Tibetan and Hawaiian. I feel like everybody, there's no exception, just unconditionally. People just work, they have to work very together and not together, and like very kind to each other. Be kind to each other and be compassion. That's how we can make the world, better. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
great. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you didn't get to see it, huh? Did you?
Is there a picture of the
Dalai Lama in 1980 in Wood
right,
Valley
right.
Temple.
Okay,
And if you
okay.
notice the amount of people,
That's it?
yeah, and a few people here, Lamas, about 20 or 30.
God, that's in 1980. That's amazing. That is the grand total?
And this is on the Big Island at
Yeah,
Wood
but
Valley
I mean,
Temple.
that's the grand total of the people that were there.
Right.
For some people, that's
Yeah.
this front
Yeah.
workshop that day.
Yeah.
You want to show something?
This is the 17th Karmapa. The city. Yes,
When was the Karmapa here?
maybe next year.
Oh, this is the young Karmapa.
the young
Karmapa.
Karmapa.
But the older Karmapa?
Older Karmapa
Was here last in
This one.
1978.
1980.
In 1980?
This is the 1980.
Right,
Oh, 1980.
right.
Then he passed away in what, 82?
81.
81.
Then this also, this 16 Karmapa.
Right.
This also, then he's 1980 Dalai Lama visit Hawaii.
Right.
Look at that picture.
This is the
Very cool.
Maui Kanayu, my place.
Where is that?
Maui.
Kanayo.
Above the kola.
Yeah, right.
This is the also Maui, my place.
Right,
This temple, this one is this one,
right.
same one. This is my house. That's the prayer rock. This is the up of the toward ocean view.
Right,
There.
right,
This is the
right.
same one, stupa.
Right.
This near the stupa has fish pond.
Mhm.
Like this is even like this way. Just beginning making pictures. So then my caretaker, just
Mhm.
his name is Jeff.
Mhm.
This is my house.
Is this where Lama Tenzin is?
No, there was a Paya.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
This is the mountainside.
Right, right.
This is all. This is for all the international scholars, university, master people, to express center, discussing how to future Buddhist meetings
Right.
that 1993.
Okay, okay.
This group is my Boulder Senior Institute, my group. The same group.
Right.
This is the core. This is my teacher. This is the
Right, right, right. Who is
Kala Rinpoche.
Kala Rinpoche, yeah.
Yeah. This is the German person.
Right, right, right.
The Kala Rinpoche is the Rinpoche.
Right.
So then same, the Lama and the Jung Rinpoche myself.
Right.
This is Yangon Rinpoche, 1988, he visited Hawaii.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And this is the different pictures. These pictures. That's the 70th Karmapa's father. They showed a letter that immediately become to rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Taiwan University
Mm-hmm.
teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the professors. So this is Professor Lin Yuan. He's San Francisco, but he came to visit the center. Another one. The Dalai Lama and Karmapa.
Right. When was that? Was
This
that-
is
1974.
Okay.
yeah, 74.
Okay.
And then that this is Andy. He's a business sort of big business. And then China and Irish, Europe, they go every year. Summer traveling, winter. This famous wife goes. This is Jane May, remember? Jane May, and her husband is a David. He's a doctor. He's not here. That day he worked. Is it Phil?
No.
Yeah, Phil. He's a
What's that? I can't remember where I put my book. Oh, it's outside. Oh, it's outside. Yeah, wasn't it out there?
Where?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. Do you have one?
Where?
No, do you have?
What?
Invited me down to one. So we went down. There's another person there. We just walked in and we said, we need extras. Yeah, we can walk out of the cell up a bit. But I got lunch.
I ate two. I didn't eat. I was on my pins and needles,
All right.
Mm.
Want some food?
Mm.
cookie.
It's lunchtime.